Welcome back, another episode. At the conclusion of the Boys comic book series, Hughie killed his former commander Billy Butcher after lying to him about the deaths of his own parents. This was one of the least likely deaths you could have imagined. The soup hunter turned villain, who had nothing left to live for and had duped his former protege into killing him, gives Butcher a sinister smile in the Boys number 71 as Hughie stabs him in the chest. For Butcher, the stunning encounter was a fitting conclusion. Billy Butcher is the leader of the titular team in the comic book series The Boys, which follows Soups, or the Seven, as they go for superpowered villains while the public still thinks they are heroes. After Homelander attacked and killed his wife, Butcher decided to exact revenge on all Soups in order to make amends for his terrible loss. Butcher lost control at the end of The Boys and began killing members of his own crew. This resulted in a last encounter with Hughie in which Butcher tricked him into killing him. A trick leads Hughie to kill Billy Butcher. As Butcher loses control and horrifyingly kills Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and the female, his mission to eliminate every superpowered creature on Earth comes to a conclusion. Butcher and Hughie are severely hurt in the ensuing altercation after falling off the Empire State Building. Butcher advises Hughie not to let go of Starlight since he doesn't know how much time he will have left with her, while also disclosing insights about his past while discussing his late wife. Butcher informs Hughie that he killed both of Hughie's parents in secret as payback, as Hughie gets ready to hand over a seriously injured Butcher for arrest. Hughie fatally stabs Billy Butcher in the chest after becoming shocked and furious, as intended by Billy, given that he didn't actually kill Hughie's parents. In the end, Butcher decided to murder Hughie to demonstrate how much working with him and the boys had altered him in a sort of horrible way. It's clear that Butcher knew his goal was accomplished because he smiles while he lies about killing Hughie's parents, and that the final act of the boys would be to turn the most innocent member into the person who killed him. Hughie had just witnessed a horrific final encounter that he would never forget, since Butcher had nothing more to live for. It's a gruesome farewell for Butcher that demonstrates his influence over Hughie right up until the very end. After eliminating the boys and dying in a fiery blaze of glory, Butcher was killed by a devious falsehood told by Hughie. From the moment he brought Hughie on board, the soup killer probably plotted his own death. In the comic book series The Boys, Butcher emerged as the most prominent antagonist, maintaining complete control over his surrounds and, in the end, turning Hughie into his own killer was a symbolic jab into the guy whose life he had altered irrevocably. Hughie reminded Butcher of his deceased little brother, which is why Butcher purposely welcomed Hughie into the Boys, as he reveals in the comic. Hughie was sent in to stop Butcher from going too far and destroying everything since he realized he no longer had a conscience. Ultimately, Butcher's hatred for Soups prevented him from abandoning his plan, even though it would have murdered millions of innocent people. The storyline of the Prime Video TV series is not expected to end exactly like this. The entire point of Butcher's global strategy in the comic series was to kill all Soups on the planet, which is why he slaughtered the other members of the Boys. Butcher would have no motivation to kill the boys along with the Soups because the show has decided to keep them human. For more videos, subscribe.